Just before you watch this video, a quick note from the editor. So this video was recorded 6 weeks ago, and from then until now I've done nothing but rest and relaxation, and then relaxation and rest. That's all I've done for 6 weeks. No, that's not true. It's been pretty manic. I've had no time to do any car stuff. I've had to cancel several track days even. I've not even been up to the unit in 6 weeks. The video you're about to watch was recorded on New Year's Eve, and that was the last time I was there. How sad is that? And what have I been doing? Well, life stuff, unfortunately. You know, let's not get too bogged down. But we're just about up to date now. This weekend, I will be having a track day at Donington. On Saturday, track day at Donington, and then we need to fix my cars. All of my cars are still broken, nothing's changed, but just thought I'd let you know. We should be back on track by now. Thanks to the Patreons for cutting me some slack. Everyone else, the freeloaders, hope you've not missed me too much. Bon voyage! Now then chaps, welcome to New Year's. Well, it'll be January, well into January for you, but it's New Year's Eve for me. Me and Dog, where have you gone? Yeah, New Year's Eve, innit? Yeah. It was Stella's birthday the other day. Wish her happy birthday, thank you very much. 14. How are you, 14? Anyway, it's New Year's Eve, and I only come up because I've got New Year's resolutions, right? New Year's, well, I need to lose some timber, me. I know I look pretty, you know, thin in the jaw, and no, I'm over. I need to lose some weight, right? I'm about 10 kilos over where I want to be, right? Bottom line, right? I've had enough of Scott at Darkside calling me Fat Danny. That's what he calls me. It hurts me deep down, Sarah. Joe loves you, right? Joe Blackburn, maybe? Anyway, my bike's here, because I'm going to try and fix my bike. I'm not into bikes. I do enjoy cycling, though. I need to get back on the cycle, not that one. No, the bicycle. Yeah, I need to get back on the bicycle, right? But when I was driving up here today, I thought, well, it'd be a shame to come up here and not actually try and make some progress on the DC2 whilst I'm here. Because I said in my end of year review, whenever that was, I mean, that's going live on YouTube tomorrow, so we'll see how that... Already changed my mind about so much stuff. Like, it's a problem with saying stuff on the internet, isn't it? It's kind of signed, sealed and delivered, damn yours, but a lot of that stuff, just nonsense really. I just wanted to make a New Year's video, and we did, didn't we? 2023, how are you doing? Now then, nice to see you. So I'm going to fix my bike anyway, I don't know what it needs. It's got a flat tyre. I tried to convert it to tubeless, and I did, but then no one told me that you have to keep the air in it. Anyway, I thought it'd be a shame to come up here and not try and do a little bit of DC2 work. When I was driving up, I thought, you know, let's try and do some... I've only got my phone though, so I can't put any tunes on because I normally use my phone for that, and you know, if I'm using the phone to record at the same time, well, yeah. Anyway, I thought it would be nice. My idea was to try and get the car to crank. So can we get the DC2 to turn over? That's the story today. Now I know for a fact I don't have the right battery connectors. I do have some wiring. I do have engine oil. I do have most of the things I think that I can safely crank it over. I don't have any fuel set up or anything like that, so we can't actually hear it fire, but we might be able to hear it suck and squeeze. Or maybe not squeeze, maybe suck and blow. Yeah, just a suck and blow, no squeezing or banging. Yeah, so we're gonna maybe have a 2-stroke DC. Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? It's called Saab 962. Maybe get a Molossi kit on it, eh? Oh, you liked Polini, didn't you? You didn't like Molossi, yeah. Right, get a 2-stroker on the go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought it'd be nice just to try and at least give the cluster some life, yeah? Maybe give the cluster some life. Yeah, why not, right? So anyway, that's my little rough-ass vlog from today. What am I gonna start with? I'm gonna start with seeing what's up with my bike, and then I'll come back to this. But I think most of the wiring's there from memory. Oh, Ed took his light back. I need to get some lights. I know I need to get some lights. But from memory, everything is here pretty much. Yeah, all the wiring's done-ish. Well, it's got some wires in it. So I think the last work that I actually did on this car was to rig up the oil cooler. So it should be all right just to chuck some oil in it and then see if it'll crank over. We need to get power to it. We need to power to the fuse box. I've got my old battery out the MR2 over here somewhere. I'll still need to send these back to bloody Torque GT. There's a battery that should be usable. It uses like M5 bolts for posts, so that might be a problem, but this one, is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yeah, look, here's your choice on if you want a small battery for your car, yeah, you know, these race batteries, the lead ones. Obviously I'm on the lithium now. Lithium boys, where you at? Yeah. But if you want the lead acid, you know, oh, you might get yourself a little Odyssey, yeah, or you might get yourself a little Power Vamp Club Sport 22. Yeah, you might do something like that. Or you might spend a third of that and just get one out of a golf cart. Yeah. All the same, basically. I mean, there's probably some subtle differences, right? I mean, this one hasn't got orange on the top, or it's not got a fancy name, but I'm pretty sure the science is the same. But this will need a charge because it's not been used for a little while. We'll put this on charge. It has tiny, tiny posts, but we might be able to make something work. I just started investigating this myself, and I realised, hey, this is a vlog. You should be along for the ride, right? So come with me, my apprentice. So you have hoisted it up. I've hoisted it up on the ramp, yeah. And good thing about this ramp, one of the main reasons I wanted it, other than it being like a name brand from 30 years ago, is you can open the doors when cars are on the lift, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, it's just not quite on the hinge right, so I had to put a bit of elastic there, but look, the car's on the ramp and I can just fully step inside. So that's pretty good, isn't it? Now inside, there's a few treasures. My bumper is here just chilling. The car's just as it was from when we moved units pretty much. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, well, at least take the bumper out. I don't think I need to take anything else out, but maybe just take the bumper out. That'll give me a bit more room. If I can just come in, lad. I'm gonna get the dog a GoPro mount, like a harness there, but I've seen them where they get a harness with a GoPro mount, and then when I'm on my own doing stuff, I can just like flick the GoPro on them, just tell it to stand there, and it'll be good, that, won't it? Maybe, I don't know, might not work. But this is a two-hander, but I'm gonna go in with one. All right, you can sit there for a bit. We don't want to have a twister, do I? You're twisting my melon, man. Oh. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we've got some wiring already in here. So I used to have the battery mounted down here, and a lot of electric intake going on. I need to get rid of the carpet, really. I was pipe dreaming about running it with a carpet on the street, but I don't think I'm going to run it on the street anyway. So anyway, we've got two connectors here. They're for the probably alternator and starter motor, and they live in this fuse box somewhere. I'm gonna guess it's them too. I can't remember any of this, you know. And then we need to power the fuse box, and then that's how we send power to ECU, to everything. We're not going to power the ECU today. Will I be able to crank without power to the ECU? I don't know, I guess we'll find out. That looks really nice, that, doesn't it? Grease me up, Doris. Right, I want to figure out where these two go. Okay, so they join into each other, and then, well, for the power of the internet, I'm going to do a quick search, see if I can find a picture of one of those fuse boxes assembled. Right, the internet has made it clear. So the inside one of these two goes to the battery, the outside one goes to the alternator, and, well, it goes to the engine wiring harness, which would mean alternator and starter. Well, we've hit a little bit of a roadblock, ain't we? Yeah. Why is that? Well, I mean, it's been on the list for a while to do some organisations. Yeah. Well, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the special socket that I made to tighten up the oil cooler thing. I made a special socket for it, and for some reason didn't tighten it up, which is a bit weird, isn't it? It's loose, and I don't want to put any oil in it. I don't know what the hell this oil filter is. Look at that. You ever seen a no-name oil filter before? Yeah, no-name oil filter. Interesting. But I want to chuck some oil in it to crank it around, because this engine was built probably at least 3 years ago. I don't know. We'll say 3 years ago. And it's just been sat since, and you know, is that good for engines? Is that bad for engines? I don't know. So it had an EP3 camshaft, EP3 oil pump and stuff put onto it. And yeah, it's just been sat since. So it would have been pretty dry of oil when it got built, and then it's just been chilling, hasn't it? Yeah, just been chilling. That's why I want to crank it over. You know, But yeah, the problem is, right, so I did actually start this tidying thing. Look, you can see most of the tool drawers are empty. All the tools are in that box. Some of them are on here. I started tidying it and got bored. I've got a new nice tub here of bolts. Everyone needs a big tub of bolts, don't they? So we might get lucky here, and it might be in these bottom drawers that I've not yet ripped apart. But yeah, this toolbox is a mess. It's been a mess for a lot. Ooh, more bolts. I need some organisation in my life. 30 years in and you finally realise. Yeah. So yeah, it's a socket that looks like this, which was, you know, chewed down. It has to be chewed down because the wall of the socket of any other socket was too big. If you remember, maybe I'll put a clip in. Socket bubbles. So I'm just currently trying to find that. You'd have thought I might have put it in a safe place, but no. Well, how about that then? Hey? Who's not organised? Yeah? Who's not organised? Yeah? So when we move units through DC2 stuff loosely together here, mixed with some kidney grills from a BMW and an airbox from an MR2, yeah? But what's in here? Well, we've got some legendary Mustang, yeah? How many miles did it have on it when I parked it? 127,555! It's a Subaru! So we'll need them to see lights and stuff, but what else did we find? Look, an oil filter. Bosch, Robert Bosch, yeah? May use him, may as well use him, but look! I put it in the box, I did it, look, see? Brit Tool England! 1 inch. Made in Brit. Made in England. Cool. So yeah, that's what we need. Progress. Should we stick the Robert Bosch oil filter on? Or maybe I should run the engine a bit and then change the oil again, maybe. Yeah, you look cold. You're cold. It's not cold. It's not cold. Right, we're in business. Yeah. Done. Dusted. I'll put the Billy No Makes oil filter back on just for now. Yeah, be fine, won't it? So, what's the next task? Well, I guess we should put some oil in it. If you remember before, I was concerned about the clearance on the crank pulley, but that's all nice now. Still need to do some more P-clippings. Don't worry about the orange stuff, mate. Don't worry about that. It's all good. Now, the subframe's not quite connected, is it? Can you see that? Eee! Don't worry about that, that's fine. It's all fine. Well, all we're doing is cranking it. Hey, look, I'm putting engine oil in. DC2. This is some well-aged engine oil. I must have bought this. I don't know. Does engine oil go off? Does it go off, maybe? What's it? Oh, come with a treat. What's that? What the hell? Achtung. Windscreen cleaner. What? Looks like a Johnny, doesn't it? Windscreen cleaner, apparently. That looks okay. Thanks. Thank you. Probably bought this off eBay. You know what eBay are like? The eBay people. Everything's the same price, but we'll give you away some tact. For old time's sake. One-handed with no funnel. For old time's sake. Now, the way to do it the way to do it with no funnel is to pour it on its side, but for the homies, I think I'm just going to have to send it. Right. For the homies. Oh, homies. Oh, shit. Well, I tried to do the thing where you turn it upside down and let it chill, but yeah, the spout's bigger than the engine oil inlet. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, basically just threw oil everywhere, which was lovely. Yeah, it's a bit chody on this one. If it was a bit less of a chod, then we would have got through, I reckon. But yeah, not every key fits every lock, so it's one of them, isn't it? A little bit. I mean, where's the oil gone? Oh, it's all right. It's just fucking chilling down on the engine, isn't it? Anyway, 5 litres. Any leaks? No leaks. No leaks. Lubrication. Right, so next we want to get some power to it, don't we? Yeah, how are you doing on the old Charger, Eno? No red lights, that's good. but it's stuck in, it's 4. I mean, it wants to be on 7 when it's done. Maybe I shouldn't have put it on reconditioning mode. We could just whip one of the batteries out of one of these two. I want to hear it crank. It's probably been 5 years since this car last had a running engine in it. Maybe 5 years. I mean, just pouring engine oil in then I was getting a bit emotional, you know. Glug, glug, glug into the K series. Yeah. I just had a crazy idea, so just hear me out a second. Do we really need to put a risk? Do we need to risk just throwing things together and plugging things in and risking all them lovely fuses in that box, because that wiring could be doing anything? And I'm not that interested to try and, you know, make fuel and stuff like that work. Do we need to risk all that just to make the starter motor excited and to turn the engine over? Or can we just, like, I've been watching a lot of these videos, people in America, where they go and find a car that's been sat about for like 30 years or something and make it go. And they always just make something, you know, like a jerry rig to just turn over the engine with a starter motor before getting anything else too excited. And I think I'm going to do that instead, just for a bit of fun, something different. As nice as it would be to see my homies dance again, not that they're gonna, are they? But this is one of the best clusters of all time. Yeah, I mean, I'd say that about every car really here. Maybe not the MR2. No, it's not too bad, but really like the cluster on these, yeah. So let's not risk it. Let's put it back in the box. Some good stuff in this box. Oh, said that without looking. There's some CDs, they were both Smith's albums and Simply Red. So yeah, we've got engine oil, and then all we need to do really is get power to that. Why are you shivering so much? It's not even that cold. Should have put your jumper on, shouldn't we? Should have put your jumper on, old woman. Yeah. Right, we'll not be too long. We're gonna bodge this, right? Listen, we're gonna bodge it. We're gonna make the starter motor go ding 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 ding. We're gonna turn over the engine, have some happy thoughts, and then everyone's a good time. And everyone's happy, right? Yeah, you're gonna face that way so you can monitor. Yeah, okay. No safety inspections required today. Right, I'm gonna do that. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna figure out which one of these two wires goes to the starter motor first, using my multimeter. And then I'm just gonna put 12, just, hang on, is that how it works? Surely not, maybe. I'll figure it out. All right, making some progress, but of course there's something I can't find and I'm going to do it manually, but I think this chunky wire here, I think that's the one which goes to the solenoid. There, the black and white one, yeah. And I think one of them's the, right, I can't find my multimeter. I know, it's sad. Like, I know it's obvious why I can't find things, and I know how to fix it if I was organised, but like, every now and again I come up here and tidy up, and then, mate, I've just not got the genes to be tidying. How do I do them? How do I import the CSVs to make self more organised? Right, multimeter, where are you? Ooh. Right, I had to steal a multimeter. Suspicions were correct. I just got a little prod. There we go, look. So that wire, either they're both grounds or that wire is what I think it is. Hopefully the latter, yeah. So that's my signal to the exciter, and then we just need to give power to the starter motor, and it should, in theory, do a turns. Right, it's the moment of truth, I think, the moment you've all been waiting for. So this is very much a bit of a bodge. Didn't even clean up any of the surfaces, just, you know, rigged it together. The battery's showing 13 volts, although I don't think it's fully charged, but it should be enough. It should be enough to crank it over, I think. I've not tried to crank it by hand first or any of that jazz. I've pulled the tissue out of the exhaust. Is there anything else we need to do before turning it over? I don't think so. So this goes to the exciter, and when I touch this on the battery, I've never done this before, just so we're all aware. But in theory, when I touch this on that, it should engage the solenoid. It doesn't. There's nothing happening, is there? Okay, well, nearly. Alright, well, we're getting voltage down there on the starter motor, and the continuity from this wire to the solenoid is all good, but just nothing. Not even a little sparkle or anything. So, is it just this battery ground? Because it's just on a painted surface, and you know, we're always told that's bad, aren't we? So, maybe that's what it is. Let's clean it up. I'll try a different ground. I just had a brainwave while standing in this hole, right? I was looking at its engine mount thinking, hey look, it's got my name on it, that's good, isn't it? But that's rubber, not rubber, is it? Poly, rather, some plastic, right? If the starter motor is trying to complete the circuit, and I'm grounding it here, but the engine's not grounded anywhere else, it might be, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess it's not, then I need to ground the engine to the battery, right? Okay, it's getting good, this, isn't it? Yeah. So I found some jump leads, easiest way to add an earth in it. I know they're red, don't worry about the colour. And I've just attached it, well, I'm just clamped it in. They're not the best jump leads in the world, but like it's clamped on the leads-ish, right? And now I'm gonna try the exciter again and see what happens, right? Ha! See? So it's not got quite enough. There's something. Ooh, something smells good. Something smells good. So that could be a few things. That could be the battery being weak, or it could be our connections being weak. I'm gonna guess it's our connections being weak. Is that better? Ooh. Sounds very dry, doesn't it? Come on, get the oil sloshing around. Right, it's round 3 of trying to find some stuff. Jump leads, decent jump leads this time. Something I know I've got, something that used to live in the bus. I haven't seen them for a few months. We've been lucky and we can't find them. Well, I just found these, and they're not the ones I was looking for. These are not the jump leads you are looking for. These are not the jump leads you are looking for. Get off. You fucking what, mate? You fucking what, mate? Have you had them over jump leads? Is that what you've done? Have you fucking had them over jump leads, have you? You fucking what, mate? Right, hang on, I need them. I need them. But I think these are going to be a little bit better, maybe. Same Chinesium model, isn't it? But you never know. You're not having them. You're an old woman, remember? Go and lay down. Go on, piss off. Get on. Get on. What? You're daft. Right, I've just done it a bit ghetto style, but we'll see if it's any better. Yes! Did you hear it? Hey DJ. Yeah, oh, there we go, look. I mean, I've tried to use, I've tried to get some lights on the, I need some lights, don't I? I do, but come on. Hey, how about that? Shit. Right, nice one. I'm going to leave it there for the Integra. I'm going to fix my bike maybe, but objective complete. I'm going to leave that battery on charge for a bit. Let the reconditioner get in there. Oh! Yeah, cool, we did it. We did it, we did the thing that we were going to do. Can you believe it? Right, back to the bike. Yeah. No idea what I'm doing here, but I remember buying these adapters ages ago. They're what's the valve called? One of them's an Agent Schrader valve, isn't it? They're minerals marine. They're not rocks. I think that one's a Schrader valve, and that's Ooh, that's something. Well, this is an adapter. There's an adapter I bought. Don't know if it's going to work. What's that called? It's a different kind of valve, but it's what's on bikes and that, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to try and give it some gas and see what happens. Can you hold the camera for me, please? Fucking rapid! Look at that well-balanced wheel, not even shaking a little bit. It's been a long time since I did a wheelie on a bike. I got some work to do, I think. Yeah, we could be like them kids in London that do wheelies through streets and that. Could be a whole new thing for our channel. Wheelies of North Yorkshire. Right, I think I need some more green goo or something for the back because I can just hear the air just going out. But yeah, it's been a successful day. So I weren't planning on making a video. I think it's been pretty watchable, if I say so myself, maybe, I don't know. Need better lights and maybe need a little tripod for this, or, you know, actually bring one of my cameras, or the GoPros, or head cam. I weren't going to make a video, so here we are, but it's done now. So, Happy New Year from me and the dog, even though you're watching this probably third week of January, if I'm on schedule, maybe I'm not. But yeah, we've got the DC2 cranking, and we've got some air in the back tyre of the bike. The bike's nearly fixed. I can get fit. I need to lose 10 kilos. Can I do it? Of course I can. 10 kilos. And I'll be about 85 max. I'm 95 at the minute. That's the goal. Right, we're going to do a run for the credits, right? Put that on the wide angle. Come on. All right.